Hey athletes. All right, so we've talked about this a lot. Injury, okay? People get injured, whether it's a twinge and you're out for a week or it's so severe that you need surgery and rehab and all this stuff. Okay, this is gonna sound like, yeah, Josh, I understand. I already know this. Why are you talking about this? But hear me out, guys. Volume. The total amount of work that you do in a given set of time, week, workout, month, training period, whatever. Your sets times reps times the weight. That's your volume, right? 5 sets of 5 at 100 pounds, that's 2,500 pounds, okay? That's the volume, whether it's bench, squat, whatever. Easy numbers. It'd be dumb, stupid, okay? And you're gonna be like, yeah, I know. It's gonna be stupid if you're an athlete that gets hurt and 2 weeks later, you try to pick up where your volume left off. So if you were doing 5 sets of 5 at 100 pounds and then you got hurt and you assume that after 2 weeks, you can just come right back and I'm gonna just pick up at that 5 sets of 5 at 100 and then continue on from there, you're dumb. You're setting the stage up for you to get hurt. We need you guys post-injury, whether it's a week, a month, a year that you were injured, to rebuild your volume. I'm not saying start back from zero. But what I am saying is maybe your first week back, you start way lighter than you ever would. So let's say at the end of your phase, you do 5 sets of 5 with 100 pounds. So this is week 6. That's the heaviest weight that you do. And then when you deload, maybe you kick it back to, 3 sets of 4 at 90 pounds. Okay, so we limited your volume, we limited your intensity. Now, when you're hurt, don't start where you would go for your deload, okay? Because remember, your deload week is your minimum volume for change, okay? You got hurt. We need to not think about change for maybe a couple of weeks, okay? So if you went all the way down to about 50% of the volume, okay, at about 90% of the intensity, let's kick it back a little bit further. Okay, so maybe instead of doing 4 sets of 3 at 90 pounds, because half the volume at 90% the intensity, maybe you do 4 sets of 1, maybe 3 sets of 2 at 75% your volume for your first week. And then the next week, you do your 3 sets of 2 or your 4 sets of 1 or even 5 sets of 1 at 80%. And then you go to 85%. Now, in the 3rd or 4th week, you're up to the volume you had in your deload. Again, this is assuming you didn't get hurt and it's been a year. Okay, this is maybe 6-week layoff, an 8-week layoff. It takes you 3 weeks to build back into your deload volume. Okay, now let's get you into the training program that you're used to, where you start at week 1 as your deload. Week 2, you add a little bit. You go to your 4, your 6-week period, then you deload again. Great. But don't just assume, well, I was off for 6 weeks. I'm just going to start where I would normally start my week 1. I'll be fine. Don't be stupid. Okay, don't be stupid. You need your body to, first of all, relearn the skill. That could take a week or 2 just to kind of get the rust away and for you to kind of feel the weight. Because let's say you typically are like me and you might do sets of 3 at over 300 pounds on your back squat. Coming back after even 2 weeks of not squatting 300 pounds, you put 300 pounds on your back. It's like, this is weird. Then your form is going to suffer, okay? You might be able to do 4 sets of 3 like always, but if you come back after a layoff and your form sucks because you're thinking, okay, this is really weird, I just have to stand up. You're setting the stage up for those new repetitions, for those bad new repetitions to take hold and take grasp of your training. And again, you're setting yourself up for the potential for you getting hurt. So if in the first few weeks you're thinking form over weight, you're going to be way better off and your likelihood of getting re-injured goes way down. So rebuild your volume the right way. Be smart about it. Don't just start where you'd normally start. Start a little back, build up, because really, what's 3 weeks in comparison to 10 years of training, 20 years of training? It's nothing. So take those 3 weeks and be smart.